Guys, today we're going to solve question 9 from the SAT, number 9, SAT from April 2017. This is the QAS test. And let's jump in. So 9 says, which lines from the passage most strongly suggest that India has experienced social change? So basically we got to just go through each one of these lines, and we're looking for any one of them that tells us that India has experienced social change. So let's go to 36 through 37. That is right here. There is no need, she said, oh really, this is too, oh really, she said, this is too much. So this is basically the old lady saying, no, these gifts are too much, I can't accept these gifts, etc. She's sort of exaggerating the importance of everything. But it doesn't tell us that India has experienced social change, so I think that's not a good choice. We'll probably get rid of that. Then we have 48 to 51, which is down here, and that basically says, they both stoop gently to touch Chhotomama's feet and Sandeep's aunt and his mother's feet, a traditional greeting and a mark of obeisance towards one's elders. So this is basically the scene where the son and the daughter-in-law, they're touching everybody's feet, basically to show sort of reverence towards them and a certain kind of humility and to follow tradition. And so, it is about tradition, but I don't think it's anything about the fact that India has experienced social change. It's not directly stating that, so I don't think it's a very strong answer choice. You'd have to read too much between the lines for it to be right. Then we have 54 to 57, which says this was half a token gesture towards modesty and half towards the new modern India, Nehru's secular India, free of ritual and religion. So this is basically saying that Chhotomama is saying, no, no, please don't touch my feet. Half of it's because he's being humble, like, why are you doing this for me? And half because he's a little more modern, right? He's used to the new modern India. And just the fact that they're talking about this new modern India, which is secular, doesn't have religion, doesn't have ritual, does tell us that India has undergone some social change, right? Because we had an old India, it was more traditional, now we have a new modern India. So I think this is a good choice. Then we have 73 through 76, which is down here, and that says, it made one remember that poverty meant displacement as well as lack, while austerity meant being poor in a rooted way within a tradition and culture of sparseness. So this is basically when Sandeep is reflecting on the difference between poverty and austerity, and he has his views on that. But it doesn't really tell us anything about India experienced social change. For him, this is sort of a more general idea about the difference between poverty and austerity, regardless of India or separate from India. It's more general than that. So the only one really that could work would be answer choice C, lines 54 through 57, which tell us that there's a new modern India, free of ritual and religion. So that's going to be our correct answer for question number 9.